Hardcore pawn deals that were shockingly expensive. Pawn deals might turn out to be amazing, or you get scammed. There's no in-between. Hardcore pawn deals have been remarkably tremendous throughout and don't need any sort of introduction. Leslie Gold and his children are professionally running a shop based on an American reality show where you can buy or sell different jewelry or antiques. Now, without further ado, we must move ahead to come across appallingly expensive deals by Hardcore Pawn. Here we show you the 7 best out of them. Number 6, an iconic van. Hardcore pawnbrokers have encountered some really crazy deals, and this one is included too. There was a van that belonged to Jack Kevorkian, who was considered as an iconic figure. Although he lived his life in there, so the piece was authentic, the van manifested that Kevorkian had once sold the vehicle to Volkswagen Parts for $150,000 in 1997. Leslie managed to strike a deal for around $20,000. Therefore, this amazing deal proved Leslie's professionalism. Number 5, the inherited electric guitars. In one of the episodes of Season 8, a couple came in along with a pair of electric guitars solely in the desperation of money. But fortunately, they came across Seth, who was in a really good mood. The guitars were inherited from their relatives claimed by that couple. Seth wasn't ready to negotiate much and offered $1,800 there and then. The couple was more than happy while accepting the deal. The story isn't ended yet when Seth got to know that the original price was actually more than he had given, so he instantly calls them to give another $1,000. Number 4, a rare eagle statue. As a rare eagle statue, it is rare for hardcore pawnbrokers to leave the shop and visit a customer. It happened when Seth and Les had been called by one of their friends to have a look at the storage unit. Out of all the stuff, Les found out a limited edition brown eagle statue that was worth $15,000, as only 75 pieces of that item had been manufactured. Therefore, due to its rarity, Les offered $3,500, but he somehow bought it for $6,000, where Seth didn't stop him too. Number 3, an exquisite car. Who doesn't admire cars? Almost everyone does, and when it comes to Hardcore Pawn Crew, they are insane after it. In Season 4, Episode 1, a couple came to the shop with a trendy version of Mustang, and luckily, it was 45th anniversary of Ford's Mustang, so consider it a lifetime opportunity. As the car was an obsolete beauty, yet it was worth around $95,000, but Les and Seth managed to buy it for $67,000. However, it is considered as a jackpot. Number 2, a legendary boxing robe. One thing is extremely common in pawnbrokers, that they have a huge heart for sports memorabilia. They always opt for authentication whenever they get to find one. A man came into the shop along with a boxing robe, which he claimed was worn by Muhammad Ali. Instead of buying that item, Seth wanted to buy Muhammad Ali's book, so he recalled his dad, who once called him for the book. The seller arrived right after that with the books in hand, and further told that the book was produced in 2003. Seth managed to buy both the book each for $30,000. Number 1, a 1941 Chevrolet. Whenever we hear a word pawn, 2 specific things hit us instantly: antiques and vintage stuff. But old and classic cars come first in a pristine condition. In one of the episodes, Les decided to buy a 1941 Chevrolet the moment he set his eyes on when he's seen it for the first time. Consequently, he purchased it around $5,800. That turned out to be the biggest purchase in the season. But 3 years later, his children challenged him to sell it. So he did manage to sell it to 2 guys for approximately $14,500. It was appallingly incredible for both the crew and viewers. Hardcore Pawn would leave you shocked through the deals they have made over the past years, even if they get scammed or strike tremendous deals. They are highly professional and made some really amazing deals, which we've discussed earlier for you to have know-how. But if you're a fan, you have had definitely come across.